And moving on to the ripple effects of the U.S. government shutdown are trickling down to affect women, infants, and children across America. In November, the food stamp program, now referred to as SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, will see a 5 to 6% cut to benefits. And in states like North Carolina, the Supplemental Food Program, known as WIC, only has enough money to last through the month of October. Leslie Hossfeld is president of the Southern Sociological Society, and she is also the chair of the Sociology Department at the University of North Carolina, Wilmington, where she joins us now via Skype. Leslie, thank you so much for being on Arise America. We do appreciate it.
Thank you, Debbie. I'm glad to be here. This is an important topic. I appreciate you covering it.
It's absolutely an important topic. And as I did my reading in for my conversation with you, I'm just absolutely astounded at what the potential effects of these cuts might be. Starting November 1st, as I understand that SNAP benefits will take effect. And I want you to, first of all, explain where these cuts are coming from, because it's not related to the shutdown.
Right, exactly. Well, it's just back up a second. In September, every September, actually, the Census Bureau puts out its poverty data. It's based on the American Community Survey. And what we learned last month is that the U.S. poverty rate's at 15%. It's 18% in North Carolina. So in essence, we learned that 1 in 5 North Carolinians is in poverty. The other story that we learned from that data is that we would actually have significantly many more people in poverty if it weren't for things like SNAP, like EITC, Earned Income Tax Credit, like Social Security. So this safety net works. It's very important. It prevents us from having significantly higher poverty numbers.
I want you to talk. Go ahead, finish your thought.
Okay, so we've got 4 million that potentially more people in poverty if we didn't have SNAP. We have 15.3% more Americans that would be in poverty if we didn't have Social Security benefits. So the SNAP is a very important program. And what happened in 2009 with the American Recovery Act, SNAP got a small boost, and this was because of the 2008 financial collapse. And so this was a small 13.6% boost. And this is really critical because it wasn't just working class families that were receiving this boost to their SNAP. It was now middle class families because of the 2008 financial meltdown. So what has now happened is that boost is over. So come November 1st, that little small increase that was helping ease hardship is now over. And so what we'll see is that for people receiving SNAP, their benefits will be reduced significantly. And according to the USDA, it's going to be about $1.40 per person per meal when this reduction comes in November 1st. That
doesn't sound like much to a lot of us, but when that's all you have, it is a significant difference. I think it's a difference between $20 or $30 per family, depending on how many are in the family. Is that right?
Absolutely right. It's a question of whether you're going to eat. Are you going to pay the rent? Is it the utilities bill? Is it childcare? These are life and death decisions for many families. It's very significant what's going to happen November 1st.
Leslie, very briefly, because we are running out of time, what are the alternatives for all of these, the 1 in 5 North Carolinians, and then, of course, as these cuts take effect across the board, what are the alternatives, the recourse, when they run out of access to these benefits?
Well, SNAP won't be over. It will just be reduced significantly. WIC, for example, in North Carolina shut down last week, but then it was implemented again this week. It's to end the end of October. I need to say this before we run out of time. These things work. These safety nets help reduce poverty, but also they have an economic ripple effect that people don't really know about. For every $1 that you spend in SNAP benefits, it generates about an estimated $1.70 in economic activity. So for the state of North Carolina alone, SNAP poured in about $2.4 billion into the North Carolina economy in 2012. So there is a ripple effect. These are really important safety nets, not only for those families that receive them, but a ripple effect in local economies, which I think is a critical piece we often miss.
Indeed. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to stop the conversation right there, but thank you for taking a moment to bring this very important issue to light.
Thank you.
Do appreciate it.
Thank you.
And you're watching Arise America.